Good morning. In the earlier lecture, we talked about some article from Basis of Statistical Mechanics and Thermodynamics. The next article we talk about is permutation and combination. Next article, permutation and combination. Permutation and combination, these are the procedures which are used for arrangements of distinct objects or particles. Permutation is different from combination. Combination is different from permutation. What we do in permutation is we consider distinct or distinguishable objects. We arrange them. And while we do these arrangements, the order of placing the objects in an arrangement, the order of appearance of an object in an arrangement is always considered. These arrangements may be meaningful or meaningless. Combination is different from permutation. What we do in combination is, again, we will have distinct objects, the objects which can be distinguished from each other. We form various groups. While forming various groups, we do various arrangements. When we do various arrangements with the distinguishable objects in combination, the order of placing of the object, the order of appearance of the object in a group is not taken into consideration. The arrangements formed in combination are only meaningful arrangements. Meaningful arrangements of distinguishable objects is known as combination. Meaningful arrangements of distinguishable objects is known as combination, whereas meaningful as well as meaningless arrangement of the distinguishable objects is known as permutation. This is what the difference between permutation and combination. Let us first study permutation. Permutation. As you have been told that permutation is various arrangements of the distinguishable or distinct objects. The order of placing, the order of appearance of the objects in the arrangements is taken into consideration while we go for permutations of the available distinct objects. Permutation may have meaningful as well as meaningless arrangements of the distinct objects. For simplicity, let us consider any four distinct objects. Let me consider these four objects: alpha, beta, gamma, eta. These are four distinct objects. Let us try to have permutations of these objects. Total objects available are 4. From these 4, let us select any 2 objects at a time from the total 4 distinct objects. Let us select any 2 at a time and do the arrangement to get the possible permutations. And let us see what possible permutations we can have with these 4 distinct objects, taking 2 objects at a time. And that is what? Let us count the arrangements. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a 4 by 3 matrix, 4 rows and 3 columns. So there are 12 possible arrangements. There are 12 possible arrangements of these 4 distinct objects, taking any 2 at a time. Let us see how this arrangement is done here. Alpha, beta, beta, alpha. In this arrangement, alpha and beta is there. In this arrangement also, alpha and beta is there. Alpha appears first, beta appears later in this arrangement, whereas in this arrangement beta appears first, alpha appears later. The order of placing the objects in the arrangement is considered, and therefore taking alpha and beta we can have 2 arrangements. Similarly, come to this one, alpha, gamma, gamma, alpha. Same objects are used. What is the difference? Difference is made only in the appearance. Here alpha is appearing first, here gamma is appearing first. Let us come to this arrangement. What we see in this arrangement? Alpha, eta, eta, alpha. The objects taken here and taken here are same. What is the difference? Difference of appearance. In this arrangement, alpha appears first. In this arrangement, this eta appears first. If you go to the remaining arrangements, you will find the same thing. These two are using same objects with the difference of appearance of beta and gamma, with the difference of appearance of beta and eta, with the difference of appearance of gamma and eta. So count them. We have counted, and the number of possible arrangements here are 12. It means that if we have 4 distinct objects, and if we arrange these objects taking 2 at a time, we can obtain 12 permutations. These are known as permutations. And these 12 let me use the letter P for permutation. Number of objects are 4. Number of objects taken at a time are 2, and therefore 4p2 is equal to 12. Equation number 1. What is meaning of equation 1? You are given in all 4 distinct objects. You are allowed to select any 2 objects at a time to arrange the permutations, and you will find that you can have 12 such permutations. Okay, so 4p2 will give us always 12 when we go for permutations. 4p2 will always give us 12 number of permutations. Meaning of 4, total number of distinct objects. Meaning of 2, any 2 objects are allowed to select at a time. P for permutation. If this is the way you are allowed to go for the permutations, number of permutations allowed will be 12 in number. And these 12 permutations may be meaningful arrangements and meaningless arrangements. Now let me explain what is meaning of meaningful and meaningless. Alpha, beta, beta, alpha. Alpha, beta and beta, alpha is same. So if we take this alpha, beta as meaningful arrangement, taking beta, alpha is meaningless. If you are taking this alpha, gamma as meaningful arrangement, using these two again, making the arrangement gamma, alpha is meaningless. Okay, so such arrangements this way may be categorized as meaningful and meaningless. If I take these 3 as meaningful, these 3 using the same objects will be meaningless. If these 3 taken as meaningful, these 3 using the same objects respectively will be meaningless. And so such arrangements are known as permutation. Here we have found the permutation selecting 2 objects at a time. Now you are given the same 4 distinct objects and you are asked to find the possible permutations selecting not 2, any 3 objects at a time. From these 4 you are asked to select any 3 objects at a time and see what number of permutations you are getting. Hope this is clear. Okay, then let us try to get the number of permutations selecting any 3 objects at a time from these 4 distinct objects. And that is, now we are asked to select any 3 at a time from these 4 distinct objects. So let me select them as alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, eta, gamma, alpha beta gamma, alpha beta gamma, alpha eta gamma. Then I may go for alpha beta gamma, first one. Second one, alpha beta eta, alpha beta eta, alpha beta gamma, alpha beta eta, then alpha gamma eta. And for next one, let me go beta gamma eta, alpha beta gamma, alpha beta eta, alpha gamma eta, beta gamma eta. Observe these four. Okay, then now let us consider the arrangement of four distinct objects alpha, beta, gamma, eta, selecting any three at a time, and see how many number of arrangements are possible. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it is a 6 by 4 matrix. 6 by 4 matrix will have 24 number of elements. It means that here we have arranged these four distinct objects, selecting any three at a time in 24 different ways, and therefore these are 24 arrangements, 24 permutations of four distinct objects taking any three at a time. Alpha, beta, gamma, here we will have again the same. So if we take this as a meaningful arrangement, remaining 5 will be meaningless. What is considered here? The order of appearance of the object is considered. Alpha appearing first, beta appearing second, gamma appearing second. Beta appearing first, alpha appearing second, beta appearing first, gamma appearing second. Gamma appearing first, beta appearing second, gamma appearing first. This is alpha, beta. Gamma appearing first, alpha appearing second. Okay, so what we see here, alpha, beta, gamma, 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 alpha, beta, gamma. We have used these three such that the order of their appearance in this arrangement is only changed, and we found that there are 6 possible arrangements. Come to here. Alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, alpha, beta, eta, 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 alpha, beta, eta. Again, we have taken only 3 distinct objects, alpha, beta, eta, and using these, keeping into mind order of appearance of these objects in the arrangement, we have made 6 arrangements. Alpha, beta, gamma different from alpha, beta, eta. This arrangement is totally different from this arrangement. Let us go to this one. Alpha, gamma, eta, 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 alpha, gamma, eta. 3 distinct objects are taken into consideration, and taking into their order of appearance, we have made 6 different arrangements. This is different from this is different from this. These 3 arrangements are entirely different from each other. Come to the 4th one. Beta, gamma, eta, 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 beta, gamma, eta. Taking these 3 at a time, we have arranged these 3 in 6 different ways. So we have in all 4 number of distinct objects. The permutation P, when any 3 of these 4 are allowed to take at a time, are allowed to select at a time and prepare the possible arrangements, will give us 24 arrangements. It will give us 24 arrangement. Okay, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 4 is 24. Such a type of arrangements of the distinct objects, by taking into consideration their order of appearance in the arrangement, by taking into consideration their placing in the arrangement, we can have 24 distinct ways of arrangements of 4 distinct particles, 4 distinct objects, taking any 3 at a time. These 24 arrangements are such that some of these arrangements are meaningful, some of these arrangements are meaningless, doesn't matter, but in all there are 24 arrangements. So this is the permutation. The formula for permutation may be written as, for earlier choice of taking 2 particles at a time, we wrote 4p2 is equal to 12. For second choice, we have 4p3 is equal to 24. This can be done by taking any number of distinct objects and selecting how many objects you want to take at a time for formation of the permutations. We can form the number of possible permutations. In general, this is formula for 12 permutations, this formula for 24 permutations. In general, the formula may be written as, if this 4 or this 4 is taken as cap n, which is number of distinct objects available, P for permutation, R for how many particles, how many objects are to be selected at a time for the arrangement, either 2 or 3. So n variable, r variable, and this npr is always equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, equation number 2. So possible permutations that can be formed, that can be arranged, always calculated by using formula 2. npr is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, where p the permutations for n number of particles when r number of particles are selected at a time for forming the arrangements. Let us keep this n is equal to 4, r is equal to 2 here. So this npr will become 4p2, that will be n is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial, because n is 4, r is 2, that is equal to 4 factorial. 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 factorial is equal to 4 factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. 1 into 2, 1 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 12. Sorry, 1 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6, and 6 4s are 24. 4 factorial is 24. 2 factorial is 1 into 2, 2. 24 divided by 2, that will be 12. So this formula is applicable to this. Similarly, apply this formula to these permutations, and what we find here, if we apply the same formula to these permutations, n is 4, p, r is 3 is equal to 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 factorial. 4 factorial is 24, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 divided by 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 factorial is just 1. So just 4p3 is 24. So this is equation 2 is the general formula for having the possible number of permutations when total number of distinct objects given are n, and you are allowed to select any r number of distinct objects from this total distinct objects, so that this p permutation can be found by equation number 2. This is all about permutations. Next part of this is combination. As I told you, combination is entirely different from permutation. In combination, again we consider distinct objects. From these distinct objects, you may be allowed to take 2 at a time and arrange them in different arrangements, 3 at a time, arrange them in different arrangements, and so on. But these arrangements are only meaningful. These should not be meaningless. As these arrangements are only meaningful, combinations are always less in number than the permutations. Let us try to go for the combinations with the same distinct objects. Combination. Alpha, beta, gamma, eta. Alpha, beta, gamma, eta. And let us suppose that you are asked to select any 2 particles at a time. You are asked to select any 2 particles, any 2 distinct objects at a time, and form the permutations. Sorry, form the combinations, not permutations. And that will be what? Alpha, beta, alpha, gamma, alpha, eta, beta, gamma, beta, eta, gamma, eta. What we have done, we have selected any two out of these four distinct objects and we have formed meaningful arrangements. Now let us see whether these are the meaningful arrangements or not. This arrangement is having only alpha and beta. This arrangement is having alpha and gamma, not repeated. This arrangement is having alpha and eta, alpha and eta. This arrangement is having beta and gamma. This arrangement is having beta and eta. This arrangement is having gamma and eta. All these six arrangements are meaningful. Alpha beta is not considered as beta alpha for other arrangement. Alpha gamma is not considered as gamma alpha for any other arrangement. Alpha eta is not considered as eta alpha. It means that the order of appearance, the order of placing of the distinct objects is not considered while forming such groups, such arrangements. And such arrangements are meaningful arrangements, and these meaningful arrangements are known as combinations. How many distinct objects are there? 4. Let us use letter C for combination. How many distinct objects you are allowed to select at a time? 2. So 4C2. And what is value of 4C2 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the combinations with 4 total number of distinct objects and taking any 2 at a time are 6 in number. Similarly, the option given to you may be changed. Instead of allowing you to take 2 at a time, if you are asked to take 3 at a time and form the possible combinations, we have to go for these combinations, and these combinations may be alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, gamma, eta, alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, eta, gamma. Then let me go for beta, gamma, eta, alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, gamma, eta. 3 are coming, there should be 4. Alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, eta. One more left here. Alpha, beta, eta, and final one is beta, gamma, eta. Now, alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, gamma, eta, alpha, beta, eta, beta, gamma, eta. Let us go through these 4 arrangements. What we see, this is unique arrangement, this is unique arrangement, this is unique arrangement, this is unique arrangement. The order of appearance of any of these distinct objects is not taken into consideration, and therefore number of combinations possible when 4 distinct objects are given and you are allowed to select any 3 at a time is equal to 4, and therefore the formula may be 4C3 is equal to 4. Therefore the formula may be 4C3 is equal to 4, meaning that you are asked to find the combinations meaningful arrangements only when 4 distinct objects are given and you are allowed to select any 3 at a time. Then you can form at the most 4 combinations only. And the general formula for combinations may be, if total number of distinct objects are taken as n, C for combination, we may have R for total number of particles you are allowed to select at a time, then this will be equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial, equation number 3. Apply this equation to this equation to this. If we apply equation 3 to this equation, what we find? N is 4, R is 2, 4 factorial divided by, what is R? 2 factorial into, in the bracket, 4 minus 2 factorial is equal to 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. This is what? 24. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, 24. 2 factorial is 1 into 2. 2 factorial is 1 into 2. 2 into 2, 4 divided by 4. That is equal to 6. And see, you got the answer 6 here. Let us do the same thing here. 4C3 is equal to 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 4 minus 3 factorial, because R is 3, that is equal to 24 divided by 4 minus 1 is 1, 1 factorial is 1, 3 factorial is 1 into 2 into 3, 1 into 2, 2, 2 3s are 6, and that is what? 4. You got the same thing here. Okay, this way, using formula 2, we can find the number of possible permutations for given distinct objects. Using formula 3, we can find the number of possible combinations for given distinct objects. Permutations and combinations may be correlated with each other. Let us see how to correlate these permutations and combinations. The formula for combination is NCR is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Formula for the combination is NCR is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. But what is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial? But NPR is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial from equation 2. And therefore, for n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, let us substitute NPR. So, NCR is equal to NPR divided by r factorial, equation number 4. NCR is always equal to NPR divided by r factorial, or from equation 4 we may write NPR is equal to r factorial into NCR, equation number 5. Equations 4 and 5 are used to correlate the permutation and combination for a given system of distinct objects. In this case, combinations are not known, permutations are known. Equation 4 can be used to know the combinations. In this equation, permutations are not known, combinations are known. equation 5 can be used to know the permutations. It means that if we know permutations for the given system of distinct objects, combinations can be found using formula 4. And in other cases where combinations are known, permutations are known, using formula 5, permutations can be found. Equations 3 and 4 may further be modified. If we have n is equal to r, equation 2 can be written as npn is equal to n factorial divided by n minus n factorial, that is n factorial divided by 0 factorial, but 0 factorial is 1, and therefore npn is always n factorial. Equation number 6. npn is always n factorial. Equation number 6. Use the same condition for combination. If we use the same condition for combination, we can write the expression for combination as ncn is equal to n factorial divided by n factorial into n minus n factorial. This is n factorial divided by n factorial into n minus n is 0. 0 factorial is 1. That is nothing but ncn is always equal to 1. Equation number 7. And npn is always equal to n factorial. In case of permutations, npn is always equal to n factorial. In case of combinations, ncn is always equal to 1. So this is the difference between the permutations and combinations for a given system of distinct objects. At the same time, the details of forming the permutations for the system of given distinct objects and the procedure to form the combinations for the given system of distinct objects, as well as the formulas to get the permutations and combinations for the system of distinct objects. This is about the permutations and combinations. It's so simple. Hope you got it. Thank you.